I stood there, in the heart of what was once a barren, forgotten lot, now a thriving oasis of green and gold. The hum of bees filled the air, a symphony of life and renewal. This was my masterpiece, my triumph, and the very sight of it sent a shiver of pride down my spine. I had come full circle, and today I would face the past that had tried so hard to bury me. The betrayal still stung, even after all these years. My academic advisor, the man I had trusted with my dreams and my research, had discredited my climate study to protect his corporate donors. The humiliation was brutal, the rejection absolute. But it was the mockery from my own family that cut the deepest. They had laughed at my dreams, scoffed at my passion for urban beekeeping, and dismissed it as a trivial hobby. "You'll never amount to anything," my father had sneered. "You're an embarrassment to this family." But I had proven them wrong. With unyielding dedication, I had turned to urban beekeeping, developing a breakthrough method to restore dwindling bee populations. I had transformed barren lands into thriving ecosystems, proving a power of grassroots science. And now I was back, ready to face the ghosts of my past and reclaim my dignity. The drive back to my childhood home was a journey through memory lane. Each turn, each landmark brought back a flood of emotions. But I was no longer the naive, eager young woman I once was. I was a warrior, armed with the knowledge of my worth and the power of my achievements. As I pulled up to the house, I saw the familiar figures gathered on the porch. My parents, my siblings, all the faces that had once mocked me, now stared at me with a mix of curiosity and apprehension. I stepped out of the car, my heart pounding in my chest, but my resolve unshaken. But I saw the flicker of uncertainty in his eyes, the hint of doubt that maybe, just maybe, he had underestimated me. "I'm here to show you something," I said, my voice steady and calm. "I want you to see what I've accomplished, what you all thought was impossible." I led them to the lot, the same lot they had once laughed at, the same lot they had told me was a waste of time and effort. And as we stood there, surrounded by the buzzing bees and the vibrant greenery, I saw the shock and awe on their faces. "This is incredible," my mother whispered, her eyes wide with disbelief. "How did you do this?" I turned to face them, my voice filled with pride and determination. "I did this because I believed in myself, even when you didn't. I did this because I knew that my dreams were worth fighting for, even when you mocked me. I did this because I refused to let anyone, not even my own family, define my worth." The silence that followed was deafening. I could see the wheels turning in their heads, the realization dawning on their faces. They had underestimated me, and now they were paying the price. But how did you do it?" my brother stammered, his voice barely above a whisper. "How did you turn this into this?" I smiled, my heart swelling with pride. "I developed a breakthrough method to restore dwindling bee populations. I proved the power of grassroots science. The kind of science that often gets dismissed by the establishment. And I did it all on my own, with nothing but my passion and my determination." The look on their faces was priceless. It was a mix of shock, awe, and a healthy dose of regret. They had mocked me, ridiculed me, and dismissed me. But now, they were facing the consequences of their past derision, and it was a bitter pill to swallow. But I didn't gloat. I didn't revel in their discomfort. Instead, I offered them a hand, a chance to make amends, to bridge the gap that had been created by their words and actions. "I forgive you," I said, my voice filled with sincerity. "I forgive you for not believing in me, for not supporting me, for not seeing my worth. But I hope that you've learned from your mistakes, that you've seen the power of belief and the strength of determination." And as I stood there, surrounded by the buzzing bees and the vibrant greenery, I knew that I had won. I had proven my worth, not just to them, but to myself. I had turned my pain into power, my betrayal into triumph, and my dreams into reality. And as I walked away, leaving them to grapple with their guilt and regret, I knew that I had left them with a powerful lesson. A lesson about the power of belief, the strength of determination, and the importance of never underestimating the potential of a dream. For I was no longer the naive, eager young woman they had once known. I was a warrior, a dreamer, a believer, and I had proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that I was worth fighting for. And so are all of our dreams. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. Never let anyone dismiss your worth or your potential, for you are a warrior, a dreamer, a believer, and you too are worth fighting for.